Well, mainstream gaming media is talking about it. You know it's gonna be true. I am Mecca. I'm on the wrong one today because I don't know. It's fine. It's probably the better camera. We have some gaming stuff to talk about. Some G4 mainly, which you guys remember the whole G4 stuff. How Frosk with her rant about how she's not as bangable as the other G4 people.
I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
That honked off a lot of the viewers. That tanked a lot of the reception, or did it for a while.
Without a doubt, there will be backlash.
I think it might have done exactly what it is designed to do, which was drum up enough controversy to make people remember G4 exists, for Twitter impressions, for dislikes, for likes, for engagement purposes. Well, I don't think that worked and lasted for very long. I've heard rumors and I've seen a couple other YouTubers talk about layoffs over at G4, and when Kotaku is reporting on it, you know it's going to be true. So do you think it was Frosk? Do you think it was Sessler?
Without a doubt.
And his stance on politics. Politics. It gets old, doesn't it? It gets older hearing any side, whether you agree with them or not even. It gets old on both sides of the aisle, because sometimes I just want to know what's going on. When's the next Mario and Rabbids game coming out? When's the next video game I care about coming out? Sometimes I don't need their little interpersonal drama and crap. So, I don't really get to watch a lot of G4 because I know it's not made for people like me. It's made basically to market. And yeah, I think Sessler had a bigger hand in destroying this than Frosk, maybe. That'll be a controversial opinion. Maybe. Major layoffs, according to Kotaku, less than a year after coming back. The home of X-Play and other shows now on Twitch faces big cuts. Twitch is a better place for it, I think, isn't it? Possibly, because YouTube for live streaming, I mean, first off, don't cut into my afternoon when I'm doing an afternoon stream, G4 people. No, it's fine. I don't own the internet, nobody else does either. I'm just being, that's not very funny, is it? Now, I'm trying to be funny, and it's just coming off as wrong. At least somewhere between 20 and 30 staff members were laid off at G4 today. That's more than I heard. Because every time I was looking at people who were leaving or quitting, it was like 4 people. And they were all kind of like staggered within a month or so of each other. We did have an executive leave recently, as well as Blair Herter, who was like the VP. He left about a few months back. So people have been leaving left, right, and center anyway. So 20 to 30 staff members were laid off at G4 today, according to 3 sources familiar with the business. The video game talk show networks from the 2000s was resurrected last fall and flopped miserably after the rant in January on streaming platforms like Twitch as well as cable TV, but now faces major upheaval less than a year later. I can truly not imagine how the company continuing to produce our slate of content without the people we lost today, said one employee. The timing and severity of the cuts took staff by surprise, with talent showing up on set today ready to film, only to have programming canceled as HR reps met individually with employees. While it's not clear what the extent of the layoffs will be, one source said those affected were told they would receive anywhere between 16 weeks and 6 months on severance based on their tenure with the Comcast.
You're fired!
Oh, so they'll be fine. They got golden parachutes. 16 weeks of severance isn't even, that's nothing to sneeze at. And 6 months, that's amazing. That's half a year to screw around and sit on your butt. Who got canned? I wonder. Maybe we can look into that in post here. Due to the unforeseen circumstances, all G4 streams today have been canceled. Is that today? That was yesterday, but we'll return with all of our regularly scheduled content tomorrow. Do I follow them on Twitter? I follow some of the hosts, and I've been hearing that some of the hosts are like out sick. But yeah, 3 sources tell Kotaku that G4's finances have been in bad shape for some time, and managers were tasked with looking for cost saving wherever possible. Things apparently came to a head during an all-hands meeting a couple of months ago, when then President Russell Aarons discussed the troubles the business was facing and proposed, well, that's the one who left, and that's the one with the man's name, right? But it's a woman, or maybe it's a man who identifies as a woman, I don't know, but Russell Aarons is the one that left. and it was facing proposed unrealistic revenue goals for the year ahead. Staff felt blindsided. One source said due to the lack of clear goals for measuring success against up to that point. Aarons left shortly after and was replaced with Comcast Spectator CEO Joe Marsh, who sources say was only interested in finding ways to slash the budget. The suddenness and severity of today's layoffs are unexpected, however, and call into question what the future of G4 will be. The new one, well, just put it over on Twitch and just do it like a mom and pop thing. Don't make the massive production that they used to have for television, because that's clearly not profitable nowadays. Look at me, I'm just one person in front of a camera from a bedroom, right? There's no production behind this. There's no money, and that's what the internet needs, especially for these daily, up-to-date, current event sort of things. You can't put on a huge production. You can't pay a huge giant staff. I mean, it's just not practical, especially in this sort of instant turnaround 24-hour news cycle of this type of stuff that we do talk about.
Is this like on?
The network just recently announced a slate of new content, including a satirical X-Play show called God of Work, a play on Sony's God of War series. Originally launched in 2002 by Comcast, G4 was the only outlet for gaming news, reviews, and discussions on TV at the time. Its main shows were X-Play, hosted by Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, and Attack of the Show, hosted by Olivia Munn and Kevin Pereira. And those were the good old days, weren't they? Those shows were eventually canceled in 2012, and the network closed down for a few years later as gaming video content migrated online. And then they did everything in their power to stifle it here. We went from this golden age of Let's Plays and gaming news and you get notifications to this now, this modern day corporate run YouTube that doesn't even help anybody. Even the companies like G4, which is designed to protect, you still have to have the notifications working correctly.
Hi, I'm Wonder Woman.
The network then relaunched in November 2021 with a mix of old and new talent, as well as plans to stream daily content on Twitch and other platforms, in addition to being hosted on cable. In addition to Sessler and Pereira returning, the new hosts would include pro wrestler Austin Watson, Xavier Woods Austin, Indiana, Frosk Curran Black, Gerard the Completionist, and I'm not going to attempt his last name, Fiona Nova, and many others. So yeah, we got a lot of new people. However, that rant, I still think that rant was pushed through and was allowed to drum up controversy. I've been saying that since the beginning, and I think I might be right. With as clearly unsuccessful as G4 is, according to how much money they're spending to put it on, I think that's really it. Because you can look at the view counts and you can go through. Let's just look at it.
Even in this YouTube channel,
G4, yeah, this is just everybody saying they're dead, and it's gonna be a bunch of Frosk things. But you have 400 people watching right now. They're watching Trailer Thursdays. All right, they're getting views not of a 131,000 sub channel. I mean, they kind of are. Wow, they only made 131,000. Really? Like actual G4 only got to 134. All right, how much did X-Play get you? 490. Okay, well let's go with that. 45,000 views, 8,000 views. All right, so they're not doing super duper hot. They're kind of hit and miss. They're doing a little better over here, but they do have 5 times the subscribers, which is kind of what you need to do anything. So subscribe here, or else. I am Mecca, and I shouldn't be getting about the same views on my Little Mermaid video as X-Play is for straight. I actually watched this video as X-Play's Frosk review thing. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Fired.
because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
Oh, right. You're unfired. I need you. Come here.